Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian report for the 1st of April. Starting with a 4-hour chart here, we're moving along quite nicely from wave 4 here, moving up to wave 5 here. We're looking for 5 waves within that structure of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and between wave 2 and wave 3 here we'll also be looking for 5 waves as well, and it appears that we've got wave 1 in play here and wave 2 here, so we should be pushing up for wave 3, 4 and 5 for wave 3 there. So moving in from the 4-hour chart to the 1-hour chart, see our trades and so on. So we've got a position here, and this one here. We're just going to get that set up here, right? And we'll look, yesterday we're looking for wave 1 here and wave 2 here. We could bring the stop in below here for this. So any push up today above that high above the 6,800 is the minor level. So we want to be looking for, well, that's the first high above the level. It may it may travel down a little bit as well. It does appear that there's 5 waves down here. That's a bit of a thing. So I might just drop the stop here just in case Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah. So maybe we may get an ABC back down here as well. Let's just. That seems to be. That's the 61.8% there. So we're just a bit weird that there's 5 waves there, I have to say. I don't think that will pull back into that space actually. What it can do though, if we consider this as wave 1 moving up here, now there may be another little move up here first, wherever that high is, so we could expect a move back here before moving off, you know, if that's 5 waves here. I'm not sure if it is or not, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'll still just go with the fact that this move here is in 3 waves, so that means that this top will be taken out here. And we do have a 5-wave structure here, a little bit odd, but it's there. Yeah, this is a little bit haunting having 5 waves down here. It may give us another move down here, so I'll just keep the stop out of the way. But we just want to continue to buy new highs. Now we're also looking at the US markets being bullish, so we've got that free ride there, so to speak, based on that. Okay, so let's just have a look at the rest of the markets. We'll start with the banks and we'll start with ANZ. We've been looking at ANZ here as 1, 2, 3, 4 and moving up for wave 5. So we've spent about 3 or 4 days just building a base here. So that base should play out and we should push up higher from that now. This is our stop here, so we're leaving that out of the way. So yeah, just hang in there with that and we should push up there from that point. And also CBA as well. Let's have a quick look at CBA. So with CBA, I'll just keep it small here. This is a tick chart, so we can bring that across there. So 100 ticks. So I was kind of looking at this as wave 1 up here, more so now, and I'll put this wave B in the background a little bit. So wave 1 here with and we'll just, I think we can move those out of the way now as well. In fact, we can use that one up there. Oops, a daisy. So yeah, just coming back to this a little bit. It's a little bit messy, sorry about that, but looking at an A wave, a B wave and a C wave for wave 2 here, and then we were counting 5 waves up here. Then we're looking for an ABC back into into this box here. So we're right on that 61.8%, so that worked out well. I had a bit of trouble deciphering this move down through here, as you know from yesterday, but all played out quite well. So yeah, we could look at that. Let's copy that for wave 1 here and wave 2. We may end up, I'm not quite sure if that's because we've got 2, that could be 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here. So we could end up getting, let me just double check on this for a second here, from that low to that high, 38.2. Yeah, look, we could actually get one more high up here before we have that. It would be something, it's not one that we want, just want this one. We may get wave 1 here, and then the ABC pattern here. So just need to be a little bit mindful of that. So I'll just clear that. So it's also possible to have wave 1 here and copy that, and wave 2 here for that. It may not be the case. It just means we've got a few trades in here. So in this case here, this green bar here, we were looking for that to be above the level. So we need to put it there, on top there, but now we can bring it down to that second high there. Okay, so we've got this one and this one. We've got a position here as well, so we've got 3 positions there. So what we need to do now is bring in a stop. So I'll just we should be safe at that point. Very typical of a wave 3 to break out of the channel, so that's the reason I put it there. So if it breaks out of the channel, then we'll know that that we're in the right track, or on the right track at that point, you know. So yeah, look, we've done all the right things. I mean, I can't confirm this is an A and a B and a C wave here just yet, because we need to take this top out here. Okay, but it's looking good. It's feeling okay, and we've done all the right things at the right time. Possibly we could have gotten a better position in down here, but based on what we were looking at over here before, in the bigger picture, there was a good chance that the market could move down. So it still can do that, but just not looking like that at the moment. So yeah, we're sort of looking on the bullish side for these things, so that's all good. Okay, so yeah, just a little bit of confusion. But look, if we leave the stop out of the way, no big deal, you know. So what we could also understand too is Thursday being the bear day, and Friday and Monday being the bullish days. So that means that Thursday's got a habit of opening higher and trading lower for the day. So just be a little bit mindful of that. It may not be the case, but if we're starting a bullish run, that could certainly be playing out like that. Okay, so let's have a look at resources, starting with iron ore. So with iron ore here, as you know, we're looking at wave 3 with an A and a B and a C wave here, and then we're looking at this impulse wave here. So we've got a fair bit to run on this. So we should be seeing FMG and so on, moving to the upside, all those iron ore stocks. I think we'll just go to the tick chart because we're looking for wave 1 and 2 there. Get a little bit more data in here. So as you know, we'd counted our 5 waves down here. They really need to be in green, this wave 3 and 4 here, and then these need to be upgraded as well. And then look, we were looking at counting 5 waves up here, a little bit sort of dodgy, but I had a fit, and then we were looking for a ABC back, so that's kind of playing out okay at this point, looking good. And now we should see a little bit of impulsive wave moving up through there. So because we're going into a third wave here, not that I trade iron ore or anything, but this trigger here could also be a trigger for any iron ore stocks. Okay, so just keep that in mind there. There's still a lot of pressure on Rio, so just be careful about that particular one. But some of the smaller stocks that may be okay for this. We'll have a look at FMG as well. So yeah, it should just push up from there now. I'll just leave that as it is. I'll have a look at copper first. So copper's doing much the same as the Australian dollar, so we can kind of expect another move down here for this. Some little move further down here for that, as we can do the same for the Australian dollar as well, because it's got a clear ABC, which we'll bring up now. Okay, AUD. So in the bigger picture here, this is 1 hour chart. So we're looking for the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave, the same as copper. And we can bring that over here. So we should be seeing another move down here for this. So we're not there yet with that, but we should just see a move down further before we see a move up here. We can go long from there first. That looks like an impulse wave. I wonder if that's actually wave 1 and 2 here. We're going down for 3, 4, and 5 for this. I'll have to pull that apart. I'm just guessing at that point, so it just needs a bit of work. So 3, 4, and 5, something like that. But we need to do some work on that. That's just stalling there because that's the 61.8%, but we don't need that there. This move here is corrective, so that means that we'll be dropping lower in that case. It does appear that there's 5 waves here, doesn't there? So down for 1 and back for 2, so we could just start labeling this here, and maybe we'll need to go to the tick chart to have a look at that as well. That wave 3 should be... so we could come down to the 75 really for this. I'll have to double check all of that. That wave 3 should be a little bit longer, and I think we could just bring that down somewhere like that. Don't want that wave 4 overlapping that wave 1, you know. Look, yeah, anyway, sometimes they don't finish off the way that we like them to, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But once that's in play here, then that would also be the time to add to resources as well. So we're getting there. Everything's sort of shifting sands, and some markets are leading and some are following and so on. So based on that, we'll have a look at FMG. So the thing with FMG, this is a tick chart here, and well, maybe I'll just better go back here a little bit for this one, so we just get our heads around the situation here. So yeah, it's quite possible that there is another move down through here, but in a nutshell, like in line with the Australian dollar and copper and all that, but iron ore is making its move, so it's possible. So, but anyway, an A and a B and a C wave either here or one more move to the downside. What I was looking for here is a 5-wave sequence to the upside. So on the tick chart, I was looking for I mean, I can count 5 waves down as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, but this 5th wave here is a little bothers me because I didn't really get 5 waves here, and it's hard to call this wave 4 as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here because it's really overlapped over here for that. So yeah, not looking that good. But what I was sort of thinking here is that yes, this can be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So, but what I was thinking is that it may turn into a impulse wave. So I can see that we've got 5 waves down here for this. So that means that if it was going to be a wave 4, not that it matters much on the pullback here, I'm just going to take it to there. So the $20 is fine. I mean, that's really what it's all about at this stage. The psychology would overrun anything else with all of that. So what I'm sort of thinking, or what I want to see for a bullish move, is I want to see a new high here. We want to get one more high here, so that way we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, because otherwise this here is just a rally as an ABC pattern here, so it can be corrective at this point. So we don't know if it's corrective or it's 1, 2, 3 here. But once we do understand that, once we understand that if we do have 5 waves, well, then we can just go long over this side here. Because this 5 waves here, after a correction, will give us another 5 waves. But we don't have 5 waves here yet. That's the takeaway at this point. BHP, not much to change here. So I was just going to have a look at, this is BHP in the US, the ADR, depository note. So BHP on the New York desk. But what I wanted to point out here is that we've got support here from the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here. We've got the stochastics pulling down nice and fast. You know, the thing I like about the stochastics, it's not so much that it's got tops and bottoms. I mean, they'll just, you know, they'll just trip out if they're making new highs and flatline. But the couple of things here is the speed in which this is pulling down. Like when you think about it for a moment, this low here to this high here, which was here, then it basically got divergence and flatlined here. But the speed that that's pulling down compared to where it was over here is telling me it's loading up here for a buy signal. The other thing here too is that bar right there, this is a weekly chart by the way, that bar right there from last week, we had good support come in here.